Jung discusses another Gnostic text called the Signs of the Father. It goes like this. According to the Gnostics, the universe is composed of Father, Son, and matter. Intermediate between the matter and the Father sits the Son, the Word, the serpent. At one time, he is turned towards the Father. At another time, he is turned towards matter. The Son, by a power that belongs to himself, transfers the signs of the Father from the Father into matter. If any one of those beings down in the darkness of matter will have strength to perceive that he is a paternal mark, the sign of the Father, that he is of the same substance with the Father in heaven, then he returns back to the Father. This only happens if he has the doctrine. No one then can be saved or return into heaven without the Son, and the Son is the serpent. For as he brought down from above the signs of the Father, so again he carries up from thence those signs roused from a dormant condition and rendered substantial, and he transfers those marks to those who close the eyelid, as the naphtha drawing the fire in every direction towards itself, nay rather as the magnet attracting the iron. The idea represented in the figure is that the Son or the serpent carries the signs of the Father down from heaven into matter, where man resides. The man who has the doctrine recognizes that he has the signs of the Father. Another way of putting it is that when one has the right doctrine, the sign of the Father that is brought down is transferred to him. Once transferred, it is rendered substantial, is materialized, incarnated, and then is transferred back to the serpent and is carried back to heaven again in embodied form. This is the idea behind the signs of the Father text. Jung says about this. Here the magnetic attraction does not come from the doctrine or the water, but from the Son, who is symbolized by the serpent, as in John 3:14, and as Moses lifted up the serpent in the wilderness, even so must the Son of Man be lifted up. Christ is the magnet that draws to itself those parts or substances in man that are of divine origin, the signs of the Father, and carries them back to their heavenly birthplace. The serpent is an equivalent of the fish. Jung then makes a remark about the snake symbolism. The serpent appears spontaneously or comes as a surprise. It fascinates, its glance is staring, fixed, unrelated, its blood cold, and it is a stranger to man. It crawls over the slipper. He finds it in his shoe or in his pocket. It expresses his fear of everything inhuman and his awe of the sublime, of what is beyond human ken. It is the lowest, that is the devil, and the highest, that is the Son of God. The snake's presence is frightening. One finds it in unexpected places at unexpected moments. Like the fish, it represents and personifies the dark and unfathomable, the watery deep, the forest, the night, the cave. When a primitive says snake, he means an experience of something extra-human. It is well to remember these remarks whenever one encounters a snake dream, because such an image almost always generates a highly ambiguous, highly charged atmosphere indicating the activation of the unconscious at quite a primordial level, and signifies the prospect of an important step in individuation. On one hand, the snake threatens to bite and poison the dreamer. On the other hand, it is the bringer of the signs of the Father, that is, the marks of wholeness. So a snake dream always conveys the double idea of a danger or something ominous and a revelation.